Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is the second of the month, which means it's time for the SheetLoad creative team to share our version of this month's SheetLoad of Cards sketch. Now, the SheetLoad of Cards is a sketch, cutting guide, and full supply list provided free to all of Call Me Crafty Al's subscribers. I will be sure to link to Call Me Crafty Al's channel in the description box below. Now, on the first of each month, Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al channel shares the newest SheetLoad of Cards sketch. On the second of the month, Alicia shares a full process video showing how to use the SheetLoad sketch, including any tips or tricks she may have. Now, the creative team also shares our version of how we use the SheetLoad of Cards sketch on the second of the month. I will have a link to a playlist in the description box below so that you can follow along with all of the creative team members for the May 2025 SheetLoad of Cards sketch. Now, if you'd like to play along with this month's SheetLoad sketch, please make sure to use the hashtags on the sketch when sharing on social media. This way we can see what all our crafty friends have created. Now, the sketch does share what supplies are needed, how many cards the sketch will yield, and this month it yields 8. The dimensions, in case you want to make just one card instead of the full batch. Any special instructions, plus alternatives or other ways to use the sketch, such as rotating the sketch. Now, page 2 is your cutting guide, and that page will show you how to cut your pattern papers and any cardstock you may need. Now, this month, I decided to use this paper collection I had in my stash. It's the I Love School collection kit. And I didn't really have full sheets of 12 by 12 paper other than one. I had just the sticker sheet and this one full sheet of patterned paper. But I did have a lot of scraps, and I decided to use up a bunch of my scrap pieces of paper to make my cards this month. So let me show you the cards I made using this month's sketch. And since I did use scraps, what I decided to do was I had enough of this paper to make 4 of these panels. So I made 2 with the apple side of the paper facing up and 2 with the blue stars. And same thing on these 4. I had enough of this background paper, so I made 2 with a backpack side facing up and 2 with a lined paper facing up. And then I had a lot of small pieces in my scraps, so I found enough pieces to cut these strips here and the piece that went on this matted piece of cardstock. And then I used the sticker sheet. So I used the sticker sheet here to add these to the card. And then I used some more strips on the inside and some more stickers on the inside. Now, something I also did was I added some peel-offs from Left from Lizzie. So you'll see I added some on the sides here of this panel. I added it here to this panel. And I added it to the edge of the matted layer there. So I did that on all 8 cards. And I used either some blue peel-offs, red peel-offs, or yellow. I used yellow on this one. I thought I would bring in some yellow there and see how that looked. And I liked the way that one looked. But they're all a little bit different. So all I really have left to do on these cards is add a sentiment. And I think I'm going to leave these without a sentiment for now. And I have a bunch of sentiments in my stash that I can use because Day of the Teacher is quickly approaching. And I want to give these to my grandkids to hand to their teachers. So once I know what sentiment they want on the front, if any sentiment at all, then I'll add that. But in the meantime, I did finish all 8 cards, and this was a pretty good sketch to use up your scraps. So if you didn't have a full sheet of 12 by 12, but you have some pieces left over that are wide enough for your panel here and wide enough for your strips, you can make do. So I didn't use any full sheets of 12 by 12 paper. For my cards, I used all scraps. And what I had were 12 by 4-inch scraps, which is why I was able to get enough panels and strips here for all 8 cards. So there are my 8 cards using the May 2025 SheetLoad of Cards sketch. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribed to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.